Hey guys, welcome back to more episodes of The Last of Us. We've watched the first two. Obviously this is going to be episode 3, and so far the show has been just as gripping and scary, terrifying, sad, all the emotions. In particular, in that episode 2, working our way through to the outside and having to be dead silent, and then hearing them, the clickers. It's one of those eerie sounds that they nailed in the game that obviously is transferred to the big screen, that is one of the scariest fucking sounds I've ever heard. It's almost demonic, but it's not. It's just it's hard to put into words. Now, unfortunately, through all that skirmish, Tess got bit. She's gone out with a bang. We know it's woken a whole herd of them up, and they're on the way. And she sacrificed herself, which I'm pissed at, because I liked Tess and I liked Anatov, who was playing Tess. Now we've got to move on. This is a long one. It's about an hour and 15 minutes, so let's get on with it. This is episode 3. So we're 10 miles west of Boston, okay? Because we're down by the river, everything almost looks normal, doesn't it?
Look, I've been thinking about...
I don't want your sorries.
I wasn't going to say I'm sorry. I was going to say that I've been thinking about what happened. Nobody made you or Tess take me.
No infected?
Not often, no.
What are you looking out for?
People.
Yeah, people are just as dangerous.
Frank is. Lean back a minute. I gotta grab some stuff I stashed.
Stashed? Why do you have stuff stashed here?
You ask a lot of goddamn questions.
She does.
I do. You forgot where you put your stuff.
No. I'm just zeroing in on it.
Trap door.
Fuck yeah.
Is that a box of Tampax? Fuck off. Oh Christ, Ellie, please be careful. Just lies there looking at you. Yeah.
Ellie?
Picked over my ass.
Didn't feel like it at the time.
No.
Get shoved into a middle seat, pay $12 for a sandwich.
Dude, you got to go up in the sky.
Fair point.
No one knows for sure, but best guess,
Indonesia.
cordyceps mutated. Some of it got into the food supply. You eat enough of it, it'll get you infected. So the tainted food all hits the store shelves around the same time Thursday. Then they started biting.
That's what we got told by that
Friday night,
military
September
guy.
26, 2003.
Not
On
like he's
Monday, everything was gone.
gonna forget.
There's stuff up there you shouldn't see.
Oh, no, I have to see.
You shouldn't have told him
I want
that.
you to.
Come on, if you'd slipped into a coma in 2003 before this happened and woke up here now, wouldn't you want to know what the fuck happened and how it happened and see everything?
About a week after Outbreak Day, soldiers
Born into this.
went through the countryside, evacuated the small towns.
I kill them.
Fear.
Why not just leave them be?
Dead people can't be infected.
Man's greatest downfall. Oh, we're gonna get to see it. Oh, cool.
Not today, you New World Order jackboot fucks.
Babies and everything. I mean, you will always get pockets of people that have this stuff hidden. seeing if you've moved out. Wow, he's filling these barrels of them. Home Depot. Natural gas. This guy is stocking up for the apocalypse. That way you can still cook food, you got fresh drinking water. Making it disaster ready. I loved that little montage, that was great. And if you have a generator, you can even break out the old DVD box sets. Now then, just how smart are they? Okay, not very.
Oh.
4 years later is to survive.
Why did you take that long to answer?
I don't know. I thought about lying for some reason, but the reason didn't come. But yeah, I'm alone.
From where?
Baltimore QZ.
How did you fall down here? Was it just because he'd set it? Or did not after taking from you what you have? It's got a scanner. It's gonna come up green. Nope.
Boston is that way. You can
Off
make
you
it by
go.
nightfall.
Yeah.
I'm really hungry. Haven't eaten in 2 days. First, my name's Frank.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Frank. If I feed you, then every bum you talk to about it is gonna show up here looking for a free lunch.
True. What'd you do here? If you were this guy that we've just watched build this, in effect, fortress for himself here, what would you do with this guy here? Would you feed him? Would you make him go on his way? Or would you just put him down? Because it's the unknown. I've got to be honest with you. 50-50, if this was me, I'd be erring towards pulling that trigger or just letting him go. I don't think I'd be feeding him. Unless I had something on me right now that I could just throw to him and go, say, just go. And that is what happens. We're seeing it in other apocalyptic shows. You don't know what you're dealing with, who you're dealing with. And if at some point they come back with reinforcements. Or you may never see him again. Do you want to take the chance?
Close.
Thank you. Almost done.
So he's fed him.
Can I have 5 more minutes?
Sure. Sure.
Now you're a guest. Don't go poking. Why is he gonna dust? Who the fuck's he dusting for? That actually looks really nice. How?
What the fuck?
Yeah, how?
A man who knows to pair rabbit with a Beaujolais.
Man who also knows how to pour a bottle.
1948.
Wow. You know how much these are worth? Currently
Nothing. Yeah, nothing now.
For a long, long time.
Please tell me he still stood there. Bad. I wonder if that was him relaying this message on the radio that he'd passed. I will be surprised if that's not what the radio message was. So that's
Were
it.
there already pills in the bottle?
Enough to kill a horse. This isn't the tragic suicide at the end of the play. And you were my purpose.
It's incredibly romantic.
You go together. And bleak and vile it is. It's given us a love story. And that's why it's showing us, because this is where they've just got to now. There's no one else around.
Bill?
No. You should know, Joe.
Frank?
give us an actual timeline. I don't know whether, I'm presuming it's still within a few months or so. Maybe it's only been weeks. I'm not sure. Could have been less.
To whomever, but probably Joel.
Keys to a working vehicle.
August 29, 2023.
That's you.
If you find this, please do not come into the bedroom. I'm guessing you found this, Joel, because anyone else would have been electrocuted or blown up by one of my traps. So I'm gonna tell you something because you're probably the only person who will understand. I used to hate the world, and I was happy when everyone died.
Yeah. That's where he
But I
was
was
when we
wrong,
met.
because there was one person worth saving. That's why men like you and me are here. We have a job to do.
Wow.
I leave you all of my weapons and equipment. Use them to keep...
That would now be you. Now it says done. Stairs. His fences still will keeping the piranhas away, in effect. Bingo. And you can guarantee it's in working order.
I just finished making a truck battery. It's charging right now.
It left him everything
I
to
have a brother
make
out
it.
in Wyoming. He's in some kind of trouble, and I'm heading out there to find him. I'm taking you with me. There's some rules you gotta follow.
Oh, damn.
You don't tell anyone about your condition.
Yeah.
They see that bite mark, they
won't
won't
end
think it
well.
through. They'll just shoot you.
What you say goes.
Wow, hell of a story. Still got power and everything.
Yeah,
Tell me about it. Look at this.
this guy was a genius.
Yeah,
Grab some cans from over there.
I was right.
Nothing
He left it
dented
running.
or swollen.
Wow.
Needs another hour.
They have hot water.
You may as well while you've got chance. Hey, in an apocalypse, I'd be rooting through all your shit, right? You're not gonna say anything, are you? You're gonna put it in your rucksack, yeah. Oh,
It's your first time in a car?
It's like a spaceship.
No, it's like a piece of shit Chevy S10, but it'll get us there. Do you know who Linda Ronstadt is?
You know I don't know who Linda Ronstadt is.
I'm assuming he's kept it topped up. I don't know of any other show that gives us that shot in camera like that as all one shot. Oh man, the writing on this show is incredible. Okay guys, episode 3. The show's incredible. The acting's incredible. The locations are incredible. The props team and special effects department have done a stellar job in creating an apocalyptic type world with everything that we see. And given us a completely expanded storyline of something we didn't know we needed there. And tied it all in with the journey that Joel and Ellie are on. Given us some backstory and a full hour episode as to how it ends up him being there and having access to all that equipment and a truck and a battery and weapons and supplies and everything, and who Frank was and who Bill was. Now, initially, I apologise for all of you who were like, why are you being so pessimistic? This guy's, we don't know anything about this guy yet. We started the episode off, I didn't know who it was we were watching, Bill. He was obviously a man who hated the world. We heard it when he heard the soldiers trying to come in and say, not today. And I thought this guy was just looking to rip him off one way or another, whether it was just to take his stuff or to kill him or whatever. So yeah, that's on me. Instead, we got that. And congratulations to the writers to giving us a full hour, pretty much, of Joel and Ellie not even being in it. Not being in this episode. They were in the first 10-15 minutes, they were in the last 10-15 minutes. 45-50 minutes of that was Bill and Frank. I know that will have probably upset a lot of people. It didn't really upset me because it gave us... It gave, like I said in commentary, it gave us a snapshot of the last 20 years from an entirely different perspective, from an angry man who was angry at the world but was ready and prepared for the impending apocalypse and took the initiative to make sure that he was secure, he was safe, he had supplies, and he had quite a lot of luxuries compared to everybody else. And it given us in little segments, 4 years later, 3 years, 7 years, 10 years, and summing up the whole last 2 decades from his point of view. And when Frank decided that day was the last day and telling him what he wants him to do for him, and that you're going to be the one that helps me do this, I actually expected for him to possibly go not long after. I didn't see him already tainting the wine that he'd been drinking throughout the meal anyway, and he decided that it was going to be a mutual suicide, not murder-suicide. But it's not really that, is it? It's just, we've had our time. He saved you, you saved him. It's one thing to be a tough guy and to be where he was and ready and prepared, and he was getting along just by himself perfectly fine for, 4 years in, the first 4 years it showed us. But it's about the experience, it's about sharing it with someone, it's the companionship, and it doesn't matter whether it's a man and a woman, 2 women, 2 men, it doesn't matter. I enjoyed that. That was really good, and it was something I didn't know we needed, but it's given it us, and it's tied it right in with the timeline at the end, with Ellie pushing to continue to follow the road, and him saying there's going to be things that you shouldn't see. But surely he would have made this stop anyway. Then tying in the radio message with the 80s still playing on a loop, it left it going. That was the message to Joel. A bit naughty of Ellie to open the letter when it said whoever it may be, but it's probably Joel, and she went and opened it first. And he left all of that there for you to be able to protect yourself and Tess, because obviously he doesn't know who Ellie is. Why would he have done? Never met her. But that's now what it's about. That story of him saying, I met Frank and I took him in and I fed him and I saved him and I took care of him. And that's what men like us are here for. Now it's your job. Now it's your turn. Except it's not going to be for Tess. It's going to be for Ellie. Sums it up perfectly. I can't wait to watch the next episode. Honestly, I've got to wait a week. Ugh. Right. By all means, post comments down below. The spoiler I put in the middle, for those of you who may have skipped past it, I'm not going to mention it in case you did want to skip past that. For those of you that didn't skip past it, that are familiar with the original storyline from the game, am I right? Let me know in the comments, but please, if you do, put it in a spoiler tag. Right then, see you for episode 4 next week, and we'll see where we go. Now we got wheels, all right? Until then, by all means, don't forget, hit the sub down here if you haven't already to the channel. We very much appreciate it. All these episodes are available in uncut versions over on Patreon. Link will in the description. As always, see you for episode 4 of The Last of Us next week. Take care.